think that said it all. So without further ado, let's get into some r/choosing beggars and stick around for some bonus subscriber submitted stories. Where are my fries? Posted by user Cuter Cookie. I know this story isn't as intense as many of the other ones, but it still bothers me. So I'm a student in my first semester, and I moved from a little village to a big city just a few months ago. Some weeks ago, I went to McDonald's between classes for lunch. As I head up to the ordering screen, a man in his, I believe, 40s approached me and kept saying, "Fries." Just this one word. As I'm a really, really shy, if not anxious person, I did have troubles understanding what he exactly wants because I was just frightened. After repeating "fries" a few more times, I finally realized that he wants me to buy fries for him. Note, he didn't look like he didn't have enough money to buy fries for himself, but who am I to judge? I didn't feel comfortable with this at all because he didn't even greet me or said please. Call me old-fashioned, but when you beg for something, the least you can do is being polite. I've noticed that his mother tongue isn't German. I live in Austria. But words like hello, bitte, please, and danke, thank you, shouldn't be a problem. As he wouldn't go away, I would have ordered him some small fries, just because I wanted to be left alone. So I said he can have small fries, and I turned to the screen. He then pushed me away from the screen and ordered big fries with a lot of extras and a big Coke. He added so many extras and sauces that his fries were more expensive than my meal. I instantly deleted his whole order and said to him, "Either small fries or nothing at all." The man just turned away without saying anything and proceeded to beg the person standing at the screen next to me for fries. I've had enough of this BS, so I just ordered mine, went upstairs, and took a seat. It took no longer than 3 minutes that this man stood in front of me and demanded his fries. I answered that I didn't buy them and kept ignoring him. Thank God he left and didn't bother me anymore. At least have some common decency and say thank you or please. You're asking a complete stranger you're 5 years old and they're your parent taking you for lunch or something. No, man, say please, thank you, something, and don't just assume you say fries and then go on to order all this extra shit. What are you doing? Choosing beggars. Am I right? Give them candy. Posted by user DNC498. This past Halloween, we handed out candy, as you're allowed to do. Well, it was getting super late and had just handed out the last bit of candy. I was fixing a nightly snack when I hear a knock on the front door. A woman and her kids were at the door, wanting candy. I told them that we didn't have any candy out of respect. The kids were obviously disappointed. The mom was having none of it. She demanded to give them candy. I told her that I didn't have any more. Give them candy. We don't have any candy, lady. You gotta have something. All right, I got you. I walked to the fridge, grabbed a few Monster energy drinks from the fridge, small cans, and dropped them in their bags. If you don't know what a Monster energy drink is, it's a bitter energy drink that gives you energy for a few hours. With their smaller bodies, I can only imagine how hectic it was that night for her kids. Maybe she'll learn her lesson. Oh, you shouldn't be giving that to kids. Oh, God. No, I don't think their little hearts could handle that. Oh, my goodness. That's bad. I don't know. Give them something with a lot of sugar, but those energy drinks, they're just not good at all. But kudos to them for thinking about a way to get back at the mom for being an entitled, spoiled bitch. Choosing Beggars Sister-in-Law wants baby shower for 5th. Posted by user Sylphina_Flutter. Choosing Beggars Sister-in-Law is the cast. I want to begin by saying I have no issues with people who have more than one baby shower, especially if there's a large span of time between kids. With that being said, quick backstory. My parents are not at all rich due to my mom's serious medical bills, so cannot afford any extravagant gifts. My mom doesn't travel much because of her health, so myself and the rest of my siblings bring our children to see her rather than the other way around. This makes sense to all of us, except my choosing beggar's sister-in-law, who expects my mom to always be the one to visit and claims, because as a result she sees them less, that my mom doesn't love her children as much as the rest of her grandkids. She also throws tantrums and threatens to withhold grandkids when my mom can't buy super expensive gifts. We're talking gaming consoles and $80 games to go with them. To get back at my mom, she blocked her on Facebook and posts awful things about her for the rest of the family to see. This summer, my choosing beggar's sister-in-law was having her 5th child. My mom, knowing they didn't have much and feeling bad because she'd just thrown me a baby shower for my first baby, offered to have a small party for them. She explained her budget was tight, so she planned on hosting it at a local pizza place and put a limit on the number of people that could come. Knowing that choosing beggar's sister-in-law's friends are not exactly generous, she offered to give them $300 instead if they would prefer to just buy what they need instead of hoping someone else would. Choosing beggar's sister-in-law's main goal in life, however, is to be the center of attention, so she turned down the money and went with the shower. At first, all was well in the land of just regular beggars. And then, choosing beggar's sister-in-law started telling my mom that the food wouldn't be good enough, that the place my shower was at was nicer, and it wasn't fair. Keep in mind, my mother-in-law split the cost with my mom for the shower. That she had more friends she wanted to invite, blah, blah, and blah. She then tells my mom that everyone else agrees it should be at such and such restaurant. My mom looks it up. The price would end up being around $25 per person, with around 30 people attending. My mom tries to explain why she can't afford this and how it is way outside her budget. She gets more talk about how nice my shower was, without understanding that 4 people helped put everything together and split the cost. My mom was doing this for choosing beggar's sister-in-law out of the kindness of her heart, and with only my sister and I helping with decorations and games. The full cost of food and the venue was on her. That didn't matter to choosing beggar's sister-in-law, though, and what ensued was weeks of passive aggressiveness, nasty Facebook posts. My mom was still blocked, so thankfully she couldn't see them, and people attending the shower talking about my mom while eating the food she paid for and knowing she was in the same room. Choosing beggar's sister-in-law took about 2 months after the shower to find an excuse. My mom wanted to put money towards expensive gift for my nephew's birthday instead of outright buying it, and cut off contact, including not letting my mom see her grandkids. Again! There are a lot of stories I could share about my choosing beggar's sister-in-law, but this is the one that hurt my mom the most. Note, brother goes along with choosing beggar's sister-in-law in all matters and badmouths anyone who defends my mom. Wow, that's pretty messed up. Again, we have choosing beggar family. That's really sad that the brother defends that. Like, your mom is going through some shit, like, you gotta back her. I mean, this just makes me mad. This boils my blood, like, you give an inch, they take a mile. I know a lot of people. Posted by user Joe the OK. I used to work for a computer manufacturer in their small business division in 2000, so I guess this was a fledgling influencer. One afternoon, I had a young-sounding guy call me with a great business proposition. Apparently, our millions of dollars in advertising was going to waste, because if we gave him a computer, he'd show it to all of his friends, and because of his connections, we'd sell more than enough to make up for the new one we gave him. I told him I had an even better idea. I'd get my boss to send him a free one right after he got 99 sales under his name. All he had to do was have his friends call me to let them know he'd influenced the sale, and once we hit 99, he'd get his free one. Obviously, since he had so many friends and associates, this wouldn't be a problem, and according to his estimates, it should be easily and quickly attainable. For some reason, he wasn't very happy with this, and I never heard from him again. That's how you shut them down. Or they just keep coming back at you with, no, are you stupid? I said this. With the scammers, the scammers, they're always, once you confuse them, then their true colors come out. And they do not like being confused. So if you ever get, like, especially somebody text scamming you, like scamming you by text, oh, just play with them. Just ask them really stupid questions. Like, if they say, all you gotta do is send $500 to get the $150,000, then you just tell them, okay, send me the $150,000 and I'll send you the $500 from that. And they get pissed. All right, my dudes, and the last story of the day is a subscriber submitted story by the lovely Zira_Stardust. I never knew my father, and in my case, that's a good thing. Hi, Lorna. Hey, my dude. I'm not quite sure what subreddit this is most appropriate for. Maybe r/insane parents. But it was your friendliness and willingness to respond to my YouTube comments that inspired me to want to write something. So I wanted you to have it first. Oh, that's so awesome. I'm gonna get all teary. Okay. I don't have any clear memories of my father, as I was very young when he and my mom split up. All of this is secondhand from my mom, so I can't personally say how true any of it is. But I will say that my mom is not known for lying, and I do believe all this to be accurate. My father was part religious nutjob, part paranoid conspiracy freak, part psychopath, and part Kevin. If anyone who reads this doesn't know what a Kevin is, basically it's Reddit's word for an idiot. I guess I'll start with the main reasons for the divorce. When my brother or I were sick, he would over-medicate us to the point where Mom would fear for our lives. Plus, he was an alcoholic and a drug addict and was emotionally abusive. This one time, he made a helmet out of an aluminum mixing bowl because he thought the government was shooting microwaves at him from radio towers. He was extremely paranoid regarding the number 666 or any related number. 567, you just take one from the end and put it at the beginning. 333, that's just 666 cut in half. 999, that's 666 flipped over. You get the point. We weren't allowed to watch any cartoons with magic or talking animals. He didn't want to risk what we might grow up thinking those things were real. He wanted my mom to stay at least an arm's length away from her own dad. He was afraid my grandpa might sexually abuse his own daughter. This was unfounded, I assure you. He also once literally managed to shoot himself in the foot. And when Mom asked him how it happened, he said he was trying to test the safety on the gun. When decorating a Christmas tree, there were two particular ornaments he and my mom always hung side by side. One time, Mom was about to go shopping. She asked if he wanted to come with. He said no, so Mom asked Great-Grandma if she wanted to come. She said yes. My father changed his mind, but with the kids and Grandma, there was no more room in the car, so we left without him. When Mom got back, she found that he had moved the ornaments to opposite sides of the tree and removed all the heart-shaped ornaments. He also took Mom's old jacket and spread it out on the floor spread eagle. Needless to say, that scared Mom a bit. Except for the fact that I grew up in a single-parent home. I really don't feel affected by any of this. Like I said, I don't have any clear memories of the man. I've been told he remarried at some point and that I have a half-brother, but I don't care. Last I heard, he was divorced again. Is there anything good about him? There's probably something, but I wouldn't know what it is. So, Father, wherever you are now, whatever you're doing now, let's not meet. Oh my dude. My heart is seriously aching for you right now. I mean, it is a good thing he's not in your life, to be honest. To be 100% honest, it sounds like, from what you've told me here, it is really good that he's no longer in your life. But it does suck to not have a father figure. I was very lucky to have a stepfather that stepped up big time in my life. And he took on the role of dad like it was nothing, okay? My dad, my biological father, who passed away a few years ago, he was, I wouldn't say he was like this, but he was an alcoholic when he was younger, when I was younger, when I was a baby. And when my nana told me a story, or sorry, my mom told me a story that involved my nana about my biological father coming home really late one night when my nana was staying with us. And she was in the living room, and he was so drunk that when he came home, he thought my nana was like another friend of his and started talking about some woman that he had slept with that night, thinking, obviously not thinking too much. I brought it up to him years later, like a couple years ago, like maybe 3 years ago. I brought it up to him. He's like, "That's a lie," but I don't know. You don't know. Because I've seen, like later on when I reunited with my father after I was 15, he was still kind of into drinking, and I saw some flashes in him that made me think otherwise, that perhaps maybe my mom is telling the truth about it. But like, why would my nana lie about that? You know what I'm saying? And then they ended up splitting. But he had drinking problems too after that. Like, he would forget to come get me on the weekends he was supposed to have me, or he would come pick me up, then drop me off with some of his family to go out drinking, like things like that. But he was young, you know, like you're young and you want to go out partying, you do stupid shit. But some of them just, they don't learn after a while, and they just stay in those habits, and it's really unfortunate. And like I said, my heart really goes out to you and anybody who had a parent like this. Like, it's just awful. But you turned out awesome, just so you know. I appreciate ya. Alright, my dudes, that's all the stories I've got for you today. I hope you liked it. Thank you so much for watching. If you did like it, don't forget to smash that like button and that little subscribe button and the little bell icon next to it to be notified of future videos just like this one. And as always, the links to these stories will be in the description, so head on over to Reddit and show those posters some love with some upvotes. You know they deserve it. And as always, don't forget to submit your stories, submit your memes, your photos. Also, let me know what you guys are doing for the holiday season. Are you going anywhere exciting? Are you doing anything special? Are you getting a dog? I would love to hear about it. Let me know. Blow up my comments. I'm gonna try messaging some r/no sleep and r/let's not meet authors. Also, Zira, your post there, it covered a lot of different subreddits. It's very, very, I was just thinking about that. It's r/stories about Kevin, r/insane parents, r/entitled people, r/nice guys. I don't know, so many. All right, my dudes, I will see you in the next video. I'll get some no sleep stories together, or hopefully do one this weekend. So until next time, you guys have an amazing weekend, and I will see you in the next video.